for an extended period of time. So I'm happy about that.
He definitely, to me, he just feels like a White Sox player. I don't know. Like when I heard him, like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Like
See,
I was
I've been
like,
hoping
wait,
for.
he wasn't already on the Sox? Like I don't know. It just made complete sense to me.
See, I'm hoping for the Dodgers to get anxious and trade some of their outfielders. Specifically, I'd love Matt Kemp. I really, really do. And maybe misplaced, but they talk about Andre Ethier, and I'm like, Andre Ethier just seems like Alex Rios again, and I just don't want that again.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
I heard if he gets he gets the at bats and gets his career on track, 285 to 300 hitter, 20 home runs, 80 RBIs, and I'm like, I threw up because that was Alex Rios right before he got traded to the White Sox.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm like, no, I don't want that again. I wanted Alex Rios when he was Alex Rios, not White Sox Alex Rios.
Yeah, but you know who didn't? Toronto.
But yeah,
I
for
mean, they
good
just
reason.
get like it was like, oh, you want them? Yes, take them. We will not block
Yeah,
you.
sure.
You don't have to return. You don't have to give us anything in return. Just take them.
Yeah. So, okay, anything else?
I think that's it.
Oh, I did get to say congratulations on the Cubs getting to be the first U.S. played official baseball game for the 2015 season.
When I saw that, I was
Did
nearly
you throw up?
no, I was nearly as
Oh,
happy as I was like when I saw they signed Joe Madden. When I saw that they offered,
wow.
you know, something to John Lester. Because the reason why is because it shows that it's not just kind of a local. We're excited. It's Major League Baseball kind of sees this as, hey, the Cubs are a story now. Uh, they should be they should be shown on national TV, that kind of thing. Um, at the same time, it scares me because I kind of want them to be under the radar a little. Well, there goes that, you know. So, but yes, I because to me it shows that MLB kind of sees they're excited about it basically. So that made me more excited.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I
For once, it's
I don't
not
like the.
Red Sox and Yankees.
Yes, I guess I'm more happy about that because I'm so exhausted the with the East Coast baseball thing, specifically Red Sox Yankees, especially recently since both teams haven't been remarkably good over the past 3 years.
Right.
It's kind of like, oh, really? You're going to show this? Wow, cheap pops. So, and with that, we can transit. We can say goodbye to our mainstream listener sports, and we'll transition into sports entertainment. And if you haven't already, you can download and watch the WWE Network, not for $9.99, but for
Just a couple
free.
more days.
Yes, a couple more days. Do so through the end of the month of November, and then you only have only 2 weeks then until uh, tables, ladders, and chairs. So if you do like it, then you can subscribe for $9.99. And enough of the WWE commercial as that is. Let us wrap up the Survivor Series pay-per-view or free for view, as it really was. Excuse me. And I know who Sting is. I remember him during the Monday Night War. I remember him from a video game my brother played, and I tried to play, but I remember the controls were just so horrible for Nintendo 64 at that time. But it was still a really good and fun game, and it felt like a really good moment. As the casual observer, having been at benchmarks for different WWE Hall of Famers and legends careers.
It it was a really exciting return. It wasn't the biggest surprise. First of all,
Yeah.
he's been on the cover of WW 2K15, the video game, or maybe not on the cover, but he's been in the promos for months now. And there was news and rumors all over the place. We all knew that he was under contract at WWE, and we knew eventually he was going to make an appearance. So it wasn't like it was a huge surprise. However, it still had the excitement of a huge surprise return. Um, I thought it was completely awesome, and I even called it, and I called him coming out, and I still kind of acted surprised. It was, to me, it was a very special moment. Sting always said that he would never ever work for the WWE, for Vince McMahon. I mean, eventually he had no more choices, right? WCW's gone. He worked for TNA for a while. His contract was up. It wasn't really worth going back to TNA. I don't know if he had other problems with them, but it wasn't worth it. Um, he made the right choice by, this is obviously his one last run. He can still move. He's not like Hogan and Flair, where their last run was like, you know, they can't take any bumps and they can barely even walk. I mean, Sting can still perform. Yes, he's not what he used to be, but he's good enough where he'll still be entertaining in the ring. Um, so he made the right choice, I think, by ending his career on the biggest platform, the biggest stage, WWE. So,
Mhm.
I thought it made for a great. It made the whole pay per view. Made it well. The matches were good too, but like it was like the cherry on top. I thought it was really awesome.
So is this it? Is he done? Is he retired now?
No, I think he will get a match probably at WrestleMania. A lot of people speculated because he wanted it. He he voiced his opinion that that's who he wanted to wrestle was the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
I was just thinking that.
I don't know if that still, like, after Undertaker lost, like, what's
Oh
the
man.
draw in the Undertaker and Sting? I think the draw now would be Sting and Triple H. Sting caused Triple H to lose power in the WWE. I think it would
Huh.
be I think storyline wise, it would make sense. Um, I think both
Oh
guys
my
are kind of at
gosh.
the same stage where they're
Yeah.
semi-retired, but still could wrestle. I think it'd be a great match. Sting Triple H at WrestleMania makes so much sense, especially after what happened. Like, I think it'd be perfect. I don't know if that's what's gonna
Could
happen,
you?
but I think it'd be perfect.
That would be great. And for me, because I had heard about, a lot of fans always wanted to see Sting and Undertaker go at it.
And
Could you
that made
see? Could you
sense.
see Undertaker coming in?
Yeah.
Like if that happened between between Sting and Triple H, which right now sounds like the best match available on the entire roster right now, with everything that's
And
going on, with all injuries and everything. But
and
go ahead.
obviously Taker would have to kind of play the heel and side with Triple H, kind of coming in and giving Sting a choke slam. Maybe setting up a WrestleMania match for the year after. I don't know if Taker could wrestle he could barely wrestle last year. I don't know if he could wrestle in 2 more years, but um, it'd be
Yeah.
interesting. I like that angle.
I mean, I'm starting to kind of get the flow of these things, or I shouldn't say these things, but the WWE, and when an interruption should happen and who should really it come from. But that just sounds like it would be a lot of fun, and it would be a very memorable moment for a lot of lifelong wrestling fans. So that would be great. It Team Cena ended up winning after a a very impressive run by Dolph Ziggler against the Authority, and the Authority is now out of power, only to be brought
I
back
feel like
in
we've buried the lead,
by.
though.
And the lead is.
Someone has gold around his waist.
It's,
We will come back to the Miz now, but I'm sorry.
yes,
Continue.
it's okay. That it is a little bit very lead. You're right. You're right. Although
On this
it's
show,
the kids'
anyways, that's
belt.
the lead.
Yes, that is the lead.
Maybe not in the rest of the
uh,
WWE universe, but well, I don't know. He's been getting some huge
he got it.
pops.
He
So
got it the other night.
yeah, in a
Uh,
dead silent arena, he was the only guy who
yes.
get any sort of noise the entire night.
That was Indianapolis, but thank you, Indianapolis, for paying attention. If you've listened to the show, I kind of want to take credit. You and me, I really want to kind of take credit. Our show taking credit for the rise of Sandow and the return of Sandow. But I know we can't, and that's okay. But he has been getting good pops. Lots of "We Want Sandow" chants, not just in St. Louis for Survivor Series. Indianapolis had some. Where were they before? I thought it was Norfolk,
Roanoke, I
Roanoke.
think. Yeah, I think
Okay,
it was Roanoke.
okay. So he's been getting the pops, and I like that. I wonder where they're going next. If maybe, just maybe, an IC title shot, that'd be great. But right now, that seems to be in the very capable hands of Luke Harper,
Yes.
and I love that. I really, really love that.
I do. I don't know. I don't know if he needs gold to like. I think some guys need gold to kind of help them along. I
Like like Cesaro,
Yeah, that would help.
Cesaro,
That would
excuse me.
help. Since they've kind of buried him to the bottom of the roster, it would help if he had gold. Uh, I think Luke Harper. I don't think he needs it. But anyways, it could be worse. It could be Sheamus. So I'd
Oh
much rather
man.
have it Luke
Oh.
Harper than Sheamus, obviously.
Megan came up. I know you have Sheamus, but she said Sheamus.
Yeah, well, he spells it Sheamus, so
Yes.
I've changed the M to an N, and you know,
Yes, it's writes itself. The material just writes itself. I agree. Let's see, but back to the big story, the big movement going on right now. Team Cena has ousted Team Authority due to their win at Survivor Series, and JBL's upset. I can understand, but do we have direction from Team Cena? Do we have that? Uh, I'm not trying to beat the drum for the Authority, but do we have a game plan? Is there a game plan?
well, yeah, if at the end of Monday Night Raw, they reintroduced the general manager, the Raw. It used to be just the Raw general manager, but now since the brands are one, it's just going to be the general manager, and they talk through Michael Cole. They send emails to the laptop, and then Michael Cole goes and reads it. I don't know how long they're gonna do that, and it was never you never knew who the general manager was. This was I know you just kind of restarted watching, so this was something they did a couple years ago.
Okay.
So it looks like that is the route they took. Um, I feel like it's a cop out. Like they chose the easy way out. From my understanding, Stephanie is pregnant, which is why they had to get Stephanie and Triple H kind of out of the TV programming. That's what I have heard. So,
Okay.
but I thought there was other ways they could introduce who's going to be in charge. But you can kind of just write up whatever you would like and have a hidden general manager. It could end up being, it could end up being eventually Eric Bischoff, maybe. It could end up being Paul Heyman, who's controlling everything for to make it easier for Brock Lesnar. Who knows? It might